was placed in a microwave and subjected to intense heat by my own mother. My name is Paris Talley. The day that changed my fate is one I will never forget, even though it was only my 28th day of life. I remember the argument between my mother and her boyfriend, Terrell. They were shouting at each other, and I could feel the anger in the room. Suddenly, my mother's hands were on me, gripping me tightly. I felt fear for the first time in my short life. Then, the next thing I knew, I was in a dark, cramped space. It was hot and I couldn't breathe properly. I could feel my little body burning up, and I cried out for my mother, but she didn't come. The heat was unbearable. It felt like an eternity before the microwave finally stopped. I was dazed and confused, but I knew something was terribly wrong. My body was on fire, and I couldn't move. When my mother finally took me out of the microwave, I was so relieved, but it was short-lived, as she put me on a table and left me there, alone. I didn't understand what was happening, but I knew that I was in pain. I could feel my tiny body shutting down. The next day, I woke up to find myself cold and stiff. I had burn marks all over my body, and I knew that I was no longer alive. My life had been cut short by the very person who was supposed to love and protect me. Looking back, I can't help but wonder what my life could have been like if my mother hadn't been consumed by anger and violence. I could have grown up to be anything I wanted to be, but instead, my life was cut short before it even had a chance to begin.